Hello, welcome to Talk of the Town. I am your host, Abby on the Avenue, Marketing Director for Appleton Downtown Incorporated. Talk of the Town is a podcast where we shine a spotlight on the people, places, and passion in our community. Each episode, we engage in meaningful conversations with community ambassadors and local business owners as they share their stories about what makes our district thrive. Whether you're a history buff, foodie, music lover, or something in between, there's something here for everyone. Join us as we uncover the stories of what makes Downtown Appleton one great place. All right, everyone, welcome back to Talk of the Town. You may have noticed that we took a short break from recording some new episodes. This year is incredibly busy in Downtown Appleton. Our business owners are hard at work helping shoppers find perfect gifts, serving up delicious food and drinks, and welcoming everyone into their spaces to explore. On top of that, downtown has been buzzing with events like the Light the Night Market Holiday Edition, the Downtown Appleton Christmas Parade, Small Business Saturday, the Elf Shop, and so many more. And to top it all off, our producer Jordan and his wife just welcomed their new baby girl into the world. So safe to say, we've all had some busy schedules here at Talk of the Town. But we're back, and we're excited to sit down with people who make Downtown Appleton one great place and hear their stories. Today, I'm excited to have the owners of Calaveras Fine Fusions with us. They brought their deep-rooted passion for tequila and their hospitality experience and created a one-of-a-kind destination here in Downtown Appleton. Please help me welcome Bekki and Edgar Garcia as we hear more about how they brought this vision to life. Good welcome, guys.
Hi, thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you so much for coming on the podcast today. So before we dive in and talk more about Calaveras and all the frank things going on over there, briefly tell us a little bit about yourselves.
My name is Bekki. I have been in the hospitality industry pretty much my whole life. We decided a few years ago that we wanted to dive in and do something completely different. Yeah. But we also have crazy schedules. We own multiple businesses and we have multiple children. So
just throw some more chaos into the mix,
exactly,
right?
Exactly, yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Are you guys from the area?
I am from the area, yes.
Very nice.
Hello, this is Edgar Garcia. I'm from Celaya, Guanajuato. And what you said before, we're trying to introduce what is my culture to the culture in Appleton, to teach them how the tequila tastes and that kind of new vibes,
Yeah.
So whatever, before what you say before, we got like long family, and that's what it is, Calaveras fans. So.
Yeah.
You want to talk more about
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, there's so many great things. So are there any other, fun things that you said you guys own multiple businesses? Do you want to talk a little bit about those? What else do you guys have?
Oh, sure. I also own a hair salon, downtown Menasha.
Okay.
It has a sister company that is a bridal salon. So we're a traveling team that we do hair and makeup for weddings. So that keeps us extremely busy.
I was going to say, absolutely.
Yes. Edgar also owns his own business. He's in construction. He does concrete for a living. And we have 5 teenagers at home.
Oh, my goodness.
So lots and lots of things.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about, this side of things here in downtown Appleton. Tell us about the history of Calaveras. What made you guys want to start the business, and talk a little bit about your backgrounds and how that influenced the vision of the restaurant.
Sure. Like I said, I've been in the hospitality industry pretty much all of my life. There's 2 things that I was always good at. It was bartending and doing hair. So I thought, why not do both, right?
Yeah.
So it was actually during COVID, we were out with some family and we just started talking one day about how, hey, it would be really cool if we did our own thing. And we actually originally wanted to look into doing a wine bar. And then it came about in conversation of we should do a tequila bar. Along with that came, that's never going to work in Appleton. So I am the kind of person that you definitely cannot say no to. If you tell me something's not going to work, I'm going to prove you wrong.
I love that.
Yes. Yes. So that's kind of how the vision of Calaveras was born. After that, we just kind of started looking at open buildings and what was available downtown and what wasn't available, and just started doing a lot of research. I was actually looking at restaurants and nightclubs all over the country. I was looking at the vibes of China and just very different things. I wanted to try to bring something of that big city feel to downtown Appleton so that we weren't just considered, your typical Wisconsin bar and restaurant.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. As you talk about downtown Appleton, when you thought about the vision of this, what drew you to downtown? What made you, for sure want to come here?
Well, I've kind of worked in the past. I've worked all over the Fox cities, and things from sports bars to restaurants to martini lounges, you name it. I've been there and worked there. So downtown seems to be a great spot that just has a little bit of everything. It has a lot of culture. It's definitely up and coming. And I think it would be, or is, a really great area to be trendsetters.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And you talked a little bit about your experience in hospitality and how that kind of melded together with the vision of bringing in those Mexican flavors. Like, how did that really influence, how you came, like you said, it was starting as a wine bar and then over here, like, how did those different things, come together to what it is today?
Sure. So I'm a very think outside of the box kind of person. I think that especially in the Fox Valley, we're very saturated with, your typical Mexican restaurants. You have sports bars, you have your Friday night fish. So what can we do that's a little bit different?
Yeah.
That's going to want to make people come in and have an experience. I think overall Calaveras, we tried really hard to just make it a whole vibe. So whether you're coming in for dinner, you're going out with your girlfriends, you're having a date night, it's going to be truly an experience for you. And the other thing that we wanted to really bring downtown is, I'm a millennial. Most of the time when you talk to people that are 30 or over, you hear, I don't go downtown. I'm too old for that. So, well, why are we too old for that? That was the biggest thing. So that is also what the concept behind Calaveras was, is I wanted to bring something that we could really truly have people come and feel confident and comfortable coming to.
Yeah.
We have games that you can sit down and play a board game, again, on a date night or with your girlfriends. You can have dinner. We have different experiences. And then Saturday nights are always with a DJ, and there's always dancing and music and just kind of a whole vibe.
That's awesome. Yeah. And we'll talk a lot about, some of those other things that, happen at the restaurant throughout, over time with events and things like that. But, as we keep talking about it, I, haven't heard of where the name came from for the restaurant. How did you guys come up with that, and what does it mean?
Well, it has a lot of meanings. Calaveras is actually from a Day of the Dead in Mexico.
Okay.
And when I grew up in the town, there was like a little market, we would call it. It's like a farmer's market right here in downtown Appleton. And every Day of the Dead, they will cover all the street with candy. There will be Calaveras candy made with sugar, and they got like a special, I don't know how to describe it, like a fire Calavera.
Sure.
Cowboy Calavera. So
Yeah.
you spend all your day up there, and when you're a kid, you're waiting for that day to actually go up there, trying to spend a couple money and bring it home.
Yeah.
Put it up there for a couple of days, and after that, eat it.
That's cool.
So we got a lot of respect for the Day of the Dead in my culture, in my family. So Calaveras was the perfect meaning for me to be like trying to remember my grandparents. They actually do everything for us, my family, my dad, and that's where the meanings come from. Tradition, trying to keep the signature up there of them to bring it to us. That's what it is.
And the actual word Calavera is
It's cool.
skulls. So that's where where the logo came from, and that's where the vibes come from with the wallpaper and the backgrounds and all that.
Yes, definitely goes along with the vibe like you were talking about earlier. So very cool how you tied that to the tradition of your family and back home, and kind of with your childhood. I always love to ask that question with business owners, because I think there's always a unique story about how names have come about and where it comes from, and I always think it's cool to kind of hear how you bring that within the business.
And also, a couple of the drinks we have up there is something like a taste when I was a kid, and I'm trying to introduce and then switch it, and I give it like a little fusion with tequila, and that's where the couple of drinks that we have in the menu come from. Yeah.
And you just led me right into kind of my next question here of diving a little bit deeper on what you serve at Calaveras. First and foremost, you have a huge selection of tequilas, over 50 different kinds, which is incredible. And you have an endless variety of great handmade cocktails, flights, the signature fusion drinks. Talk a little bit about those, some of your most popular drinks, some of the inspiration behind that.
So what I said before, when I was a little kid, there was an old guy always in the corner selling this, we call it raspadito. So it's literally ice with the syrup up there.
Okay.
So that we got something called tamarindo. So every time he go to make that, they call it el diablito. So they actually put it square with the little tamarind syrup and sugar and little spices in it. And And I try and think about it, like how I can make that better,
Yeah.
for the adult, like
Yes.
the special drink for us. So I was like, I'm very passionate with tequila. I love tequila. Literally, all my life, I grew up in Guadalajara and tequila, and travel around Mexico. So I learned a lot. And so I trying to experiment those until I came with my signature drink in the bar, the Selma Special. There's actually tequila with tamarind.
Okay.
And it's kind of like I take that recipe from the old timer out there and
Yeah.
just bring it for me. And it's like, all right. And it actually works pretty good.
Put the adult spin on it.
Yeah, kind of. And we got another one they call Calaveras. That one is kind of spicy. We put like cucumber with jalapeno in it. And I think people actually really like it. It's something different,
Yes.
It's adventures, when we say it, because people cannot tolerate spicy in these days, they say like, oh,
That's
it's
me.
too many. Yeah.
I won't lie.
It won't be that bad.
I'm very weak about the spice, Edgar. I'm not going to lie.
We try.
Which we do keep that in mind when we make our food and our
Yes.
salsas and everything like
Because
that.
we got, I think we got a drink for each person up there.
Yes,
We got
you absolutely
the
do.
Mexican lollipop. That's another one that actually
Oh,
people love it.
that
because
sounds
it's like
delicious.
candy. It's just like a traditional. Actually, the flavor is for like Mexican candy. I can say that straight out because people, my culture carrying up there. Like, friends I have for a long time. It's
Yep.
like this literally tastes like a Mexican lollipop. Yeah,
And that's amazing.
That's what we're trying to do.
Yes. It's
Bring-
very authentic because,
flavors
it's
they
coming from
actually
home.
bring you back to your
Yes.
childhood. That's what I trying to do all the time.
And
Yeah.
it's served with a lollipop. So you can literally eat
yes.
the lollipop while you're drinking it and compare the flavor.
That's amazing.
Yes.
That's super cool. Yeah. Have you, had people that are kind of from your country or where you're from that have come in to try it? And if they like told you about those same stories about,
Yeah.
how they remember that from their childhood too and how
Yeah.
cool it is that it was brought here?
Yeah, it's very cool, and they actually love it. Like I wasn't expecting to find something like this in Appleton. And I was
Right.
like, there you go, my man. That's what we're trying to teach other people how we grew up. But
Yes.
there's a different flavors up there that you haven't tasted yet. So
Yep.
let's go bring that back.
Yeah. A whole different kind of palette to explore for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Becky, what are some of your favorites?
So we actually mix our menus up every quarter, so
Oh.
every 3 months or so.
Okay.
So I do a lot of research, see kind of what's trending, what's up and coming, and then we try to do different things. So right now we have a holiday menu out, and it features peppermint, espresso. What are some of the other things that we have on there? An eggnog, old fashioned.
Oh, of course.
Just a little bit of everything. There's like a winter bourbon smash that is kind of like a mule. So we're always changing things and
Sure.
just kind of mixing it up. And I think that's a big thing to keep in mind as well is a lot of people, when you say, oh, I own a tequila bar, their response is, oh, I hate tequila because of that one time in college that I threw up and now I don't ever want to do it again.
I won't lie. I've heard this story before. Yes.
You hear that all the time.
Yes.
And my response is always like, well, maybe you just weren't drinking the right tequila.
I think that's probably 99% accurate.
So if the off chance tequila is not your jam, that is totally okay. We do offer a full bar. We have a wide variety actually of bourbons and scotches as
scotches.
well.
Very nice.
So we do carry an entire full stocked bar. However, with tequila, Edgar, do you want to kind of elaborate of the difference of, drinking the cheap tequila in college versus what we have?
Very
Yeah.
good story. So what I do all the time when I'm like behind the bar, and someone asks for, how can I say, certain types of brands. They're like very popular, and say like, okay, I need this. I was like, we don't sell that. I'm sorry, for me that's not tequila.
Yeah.
It's commercial.
You wanna be
tequila.
authentic.
It had to be straight down tequila. Like
Yes.
when you call tequila, it's because there's gonna be a lot of process behind it, and there's some companies that actually trying to do the shortcut, and they mix it up with something else, so you miss what tequila is.
There's
Okay.
additives put
So
into
they
it.
put it additives, and
Oh.
so all the brands that we have in Calaveras, there's no additives. So that by the
Okay.
time they drink it, they taste it, and didn't even feel the burn or something like that. And I was like, this is not tequila. Like, my man, this is real tequila.
Yeah.
Right here. And I'm
This is
not
really
trying
what
to
it should
scam
be.
you. Yeah.
Right.
And maybe do you want to quick explain the process of the difference between tequilas, Blanco, Reposado?
So
Añejo.
the difference between it will be the time living in the barrels.
Okay.
So they go about 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, and after añejos is more than a year.
So there's kind of that like
Yes. So the
process.
more time the more time they spend in the barrel, there's the difference in the color they grab. So the reposado is kind of a little more amber, and
sure.
añejo will be like darker woody flavor in it, and then with color too. And from there go different versions too. They got a new one that's called Cristalino. That's not my favorite, but so what they do is actually take the color from the añejo, and they got the same flavor, but it looks like a blanco. So that's what they call it, Cristalino.
Okay.
And that sits in the barrel, I believe, a year and a half or longer.
It's more than 12 months.
More than 12 months.
Yeah. I was thinking, like, I don't know if that's like the fermentation, if that's, I don't know, that's the word that I'm looking for, but like, I didn't realize that was like, such a long process for tequila, similar to like whiskeys and bourbons and things like that.
Yep.
I think just for the agave, if I remember, it's like 10 years to wait for the plant to actually grow up to the point that you can actually start making tequila.
Wow.
So that's why the process now, the chip tequila, we call it, they literally coat it by 3 years and add some additives, so the flavor is not that bad. So that's why you got it burning in your stomach every time you drink that. And
interesting. So I think a lot of us are probably just drinking the wrong kind of tequila, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the best part about it? You never get a hangover next day.
Oh.
When you're drinking like pure tequila.
When you're drinking the good stuff.
It's like mezcal too is another one. There's like they got a lot of class up there.
Yeah.
They actually I think for me mezcal will be the most cleaning, what we say, like more pure alcohol you can find, because it's like all natural.
Okay.
So next day you will feel like a champion, and actually it's good for you too. I was doing some research about the cures and kind of like help you with your system and everything. I was like, that's pretty cool.
That is really cool. Yeah. What would you say is your favorite?
Oof.
He's like, oh, I can't pick that. Come on now.
No, I got, well.
Or even a couple. I guess I'll allow a couple.
Depends. For mezcal, I got one they call Fósforo. That's one of my favorites because I can literally sip it. I love to sip tequila and mezcal.
Okay.
I just literally add a little salsa water in it and that's it.
And that's it.
For tequila, I will have Tears of the Llorona. That's the name of the tequila.
Okay.
It says Estañejo tequila. It's very special for me too. They bring memories.
Yeah.
And what is the
very cool.
Calleja is our.
Oh, Calleja. There's a story about Calleja. Because I never taste. They bring tequilas to the bar all the time, you know, and
for sure,
trying to sell it to me.
Yeah.
I was like,
yep.
And I had to do the tasting and everything. So that day, I don't know if it was a CEO or someone from the company that he actually bring it for the first time.
Yep.
And I try it, and I was like quiet, and I don't want to say nothing. And I turn around to her. I don't want to say something to him because this one is pretty good, and I won't lie to you.
Wow. Yeah.
And we start getting the tequila.
You're surprised.
And that's, I think
that's our most popular right now.
Most popular tequila we sell out there.
Yep.
Interesting.
That's pretty cool.
Very nice. Yeah, well, there's lots of unique, drinks that you can get there. But beyond that, you also have a menu of really great food as well. So talk a little bit about some of the food items that you guys serve that people can have with these tasty drinks.
Well, we're trying to play with the Mexican flavors in it. So we're trying to do something like a burger, but with pastor in it. So we got a Mexican pastor burger.
Okay.
And we got a Mexican quesabirria. So it's like a Mexican birria in a pizza. So we're trying to actually play with it, and trying to see if people will first introduce it that way. Yeah. So that they taste it and, this is what a birria tastes. So that now they go, I think quesabirria right now is their popular thing around Appleton. Because I got a lot of friends that own restaurants.
Sure.
So they was like, it's trending right now. It's like, good for us.
Right.
Because they can, you guys got barbecue, we got barbacoa.
Right.
It's almost the same thing, but there's a little difference between the sauces and stuff like that. And,
so kind of a Mexican twist on some traditional American dishes that people can find.
Yeah, we're definitely trying to have a really good blend or fusions of American and Hispanic foods put together. So we have a variety of both options or both of them put together. Yeah. And then with the menu, it's kind of the same as our drinks. We do change it once or twice a year, so that we are adding different things, taking things off, trying new things, and seeing how it goes.
Yeah, absolutely. What are some of the more popular items that you guys have?
In food, would be the birria ramen. That's the one actually, and the tacos for sure. You had to take you had to taste my brisket taco.
Ooh, that sounds delicious.
That's the one of the.
That's our most popular.
The brisket
Okay.
taco. The brisket is
Very
pretty
good.
nice.
Yeah, and you guys come up with all the food items, menu items. How do you decide what you're gonna have?
Well, we tried like
We have a good relationship with our food reps, so we sit down and do test kitchens with them. We go to the food shows. We sit down with our chef, and we all kind of bring something to the table and try it out and see what works and what doesn't work, and then kind of all blend it together.
That's awesome.
Yep, that's what we do. Like if I got an idea, I bring it to the chef, and the
Sure.
chef will bring another idea. So we start getting a debate how we're gonna mix those flavors.
Yes, bring them together.
Yeah, and after that we got something beautiful like the brisket taco. I would say it's pretty good. I'm not lying.
It sounds delicious. I know my husband would really like that. And I mean, I definitely would too. So, yeah, so you guys have a lot of, you have starters, you have tapas, tacos, some other small plates, and then even some desserts too, which sound very good.
Actually, we got
We have a churro cheesecake.
What?
Churro
Churro cheesecake.
cheesecake.
Are you kidding? That sounds phenomenal. Oh my
Yes,
goodness.
Yep. We have
Sign
dessert
me up.
nachos. That's kind of changing throughout the year also with seasonal things. We had some fresh fruit and such on that. But
For sure.
always trying to think outside the box. And
Yeah.
that's just something different that wants to have people keep coming back.
Yeah, and it's great for, those people that come and they want to keep coming back, that you're giving them those different options. But of course, some of the tried and true items too that you guys have that they really enjoy, but they can explore or keep trying some of those things that they really like, which sounds great. Yeah. So you also, as we were talking about a little bit earlier, you kind of host a variety of events, throughout the month as well. Talk a little bit about some of those that people can take part in.
So I am working on a lot of different events, again, to just bring something different into Appleton. We actually just made a connection with an event planning company. So we are going to be doing single mixers or speed dating.
That's awesome.
That's going to be coming. Right now they're up in Green Bay. So it sounds like we're going to be one of the first to be able to bring that to Appleton, which is
Ooh,
great.
I love that. I've got some single friends that I
yes,
definitely will. I will be
perfect.
signing up.
Perfect.
Get ready, guys.
We do every Thursday night is open mic night, and that is open to the public. You don't necessarily have to sign up to do it. You can just show up.
Cool.
We have a dart league on Wednesdays. We are bringing Mexican Loteria back. We have it coming up next weekend, but then starting in January, it will be every other Friday.
Very
So that
nice.
will be hosted, which is like a Mexican bingo. It's-
Everyone loves bingo.
of course, and it's not very expensive to play, and you get some great prizes. So that's different. Every Friday we're going to be trying to do events. So we also have
awesome.
dance classes. The first Friday of every month is bachata lessons, and then the third Friday of every month is salsa lessons.
That's so
from-
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so it's
we-
from 7 to 8 with an instructor. You can learn how to dance bachata or salsa. And then it's kind of just open dancing from 8 to 10. And then we have a DJ coming in from 10 to close. So you can just hang out for the night and do your
Show
thing.
off your new skills that you just
Exactly.
learned.
Yes. Yep.
That's very cool.
Yeah. So all different kinds of things. We're talking about doing more tequila tastings, just different events like that to fulfill the winter and the spring and need to get out of the house and don't know what to do kind of a thing. So.
Yeah. The cabin fever is real, especially after the holidays. So.
And it sounds like it's gonna be a cold one this year. So
It feels like it already has been, right? Just crazy. So come in and warm up with some great tequila, right? And great,
Yes.
delicious food and things like that. So as as people are coming in and, experiencing these different type of foods and drinks and events, what do you hope people walk away with after, coming to visit you? Whether it's, they're dining, they're having drinks, they're coming to an event, what do you want them to feel?
Well, for me, I try to. They feel like in home,
Yeah.
like they're like safe and they're gonna spend a good time with friends. That's what I'm trying to do every Saturday night. Like I can see someone dancing in the corner, someone laughing in the other corner. That's kind of cool.
Right?
And for me, it made me feel so good.
Yes.
Like actually someone is enjoying their time out. And that's we're trying to do, how to describe it? Like a safe zone for everybody. Like everybody in general.
Yes.
Like, no matter where you come from, that's going to be a place that you can actually talk with a different person.
Yep.
And learn something different.
Yes.
And that's called a Calavera Fine Fusion, it means.
I would agree with what
Yeah.
Edgar said. Just we try to just give it overall an experience. I feel like at this point we have been around for 4 years, but we're still definitely growing. And a lot of people say like, "Oh, I've never even heard of that place. I haven't been there. I haven't tried the food yet." So we're hoping that we can just have everybody come in. It doesn't matter what your age is. It doesn't matter your background, your ethnicity, just to be able to come in and really have a great experience and want to truly come back.
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah, you talked a little bit about, I can't believe it's been 4 years already, first of all. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Because I remember you guys actually opened, I think, around the time that I started working with ADI. So, time just flies. And as I'm sitting down with people, I'm like, I can't believe how long it's been that they've been
Right.
open. It just goes so fast for
Yep.
sure. So, talking about some of the long-term goals for Calaveras, you guys have any, future growth in the, coming up? Anything fun and exciting to share that you guys you're talking about?
So the biggest thing that I'm currently working on is we are hoping by spring to bring brunch into the play.
Oh.
So it would be Saturday brunches, and it
Okay.
would definitely be a good fusion of both American and Hispanic foods. So something just completely different from the brunches that we have around here. And I don't think that there's a ton of brunch places around here.
It is
kind
funny
of
that
limited right
it
now.
is, yes, and we have heard that before about people who are kind of looking for different brunch spots, and also ones with like brunch specials.
Yes.
Like the bottomless mimosas or the brunch buffet, or just different things like that. So I think that would definitely be amazing. Sounds good.
Yes. So that is coming spring 2026.
Very exciting. Well, cool. Definitely, we'll have to watch out for that. All right, I have time for a few fun questions to ask you guys. Some things that are a little bit out of the box. So, if Calaveras were a cocktail, what would it be?
Jesus, that's a good.
Something a little sweet and a little spicy.
Ooh,
Yeah, I think for me it's spicy.
definitely spicy. Yeah.
Good question.
Yeah. You guys have a drink on the menu
They call Calavera.
called Calaveras,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
Yes.
And what is that one?
And it is
It's
sweet
like-
and
it's
spicy.
sweet and
Okay.
spicy, yeah.
Perfect. See,
It's like a
it
cucumber
already is a
mezcal.
drink.
Yes, it's a cucumber jalapeno
Thank you,
tequila. And then it has kind of like a
Mexican candy in the top. We call it Mexican candy. The tajin is like a powder. It's like a chili
yes.
with sugar.
I feel like that's definitely become popular lately.
That's the one. Actually. We put tajin in everything.
Yes.
and it's mixed with a sour soda. So it's a
Yes.
little bit of everything.
Ooh.
Sweet, sour, tangy.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yes.
That sounds delicious. All right. I know that you said you aren't necessarily the chefs, but even at home or wherever, what is one ingredient that you guys couldn't live without in the kitchen?
Will be. I don't know. That's kind of funny for me though. In my house, well, if I see all my kids, rice.
Yeah.
That's the one actually.
Probably, actually, yeah, rice. Rice
Yes.
is a huge staple in our house.
Okay.
Everybody has a different taste for rice up there in the house.
Yes.
Like they make their own rice. Like
Oh.
so, we got a
Yeah.
good varied tastes up there in the
Actually,
house.
that's a good way to put it. We have 3 different kinds of rices at Calaveras. We have a sweet Hawaiian rice. We have a poblano pepper, which is a little
Not
too spicy, just has a little bit to it. And then we have a jalapeno, which is a spicy rice.
Okay.
You can make traditional Mexican rice. You can make plain white rice. So it just kind of depends on like what you're in the mood for.
Okay. Interesting. I didn't really realize that there were different. I mean, I knew there were different kinds of rices, but like different things to even do with it. Then lots of combinations that way to do stuff, which is really fun. All right, last one. If you could host a dream dinner party with anyone, who would be at the table?
Oh,
I would probably say, me personally, I would say our grandparents.
Oh,
And I say that because all of our grandparents have passed on at this point. And both of us were raised by our grandparents. So they
Yeah.
were very, very special to us. We actually have photos hanging above our kitchen of the 4 sets of grandparents. And that's kind of like our inspiration for working so hard and doing everything that we do. And so that would be my personal.
That's amazing.
If I could have anyone come and sit and have dinner with us. And I remember being in my young 20s and I was first starting out with my business and I made a bucket list. And one of the things on my bucket list was to do something to make my grandparents proud. So I hope that they are truly looking at us and
absolutely
and
they
they're
are
proud.
You guys are amazing.
I think they do, though.
Yeah, they do. They absolutely do. Yeah.
Well, I think she answered my question.
Yeah. That was a great answer. How do you top that, right? All right. So what is one thing that you would want someone to remember about Calaveras after listening to this episode?
Ooh.
I think I would say to just come with an open mind. We have something different all of the time. So, I mean, one thing might not be for you, but that doesn't mean that the next event or the next dish or the next drink will be.
For me, will be you're gonna learn something new about tequila.
Yeah.
That's one of the things I love when I serve someone and they trying to make interest about tequila. The face change.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Wow, we'll come back and try that one next time."
Yes.
Like, yeah, for sure. So that for me it's like I don't know, like a trophy.
Yes.
I would call it like I got one more person that actually is in my team now.
Yes.
And that's what I'm looking for.
Yep. That likes it, that believes it, and that, wants to learn more about it and, how authentic it is and how great it can taste. Because like you said, there's just all these preconceived notions about it. So to change their minds, I'm sure, is challenging. But once you get them in, then they're hooked, right?
Yes.
You can ask her. It's hard. It's hard to make me change my places. I got my places for everything. I got my place for eat. I got my place for drink. And she's always like, "Let's go try something new." It's hard for me to do it.
Yeah. It's hard for you to. So then when you see
it.
other people taking the chance, it's, even more rewarding because you can know how hard it can be for sure.
Because they go inside the building and start looking around and see this is different. And I was like, I don't know, I should stay here or should go to try something else.
Right.
And they got there, start seeing the menu, and I was like, how's it going?
Yep.
Want to try something different? There you go. And they changed their mind. That's pretty cool, though.
That is. Absolutely. All right, just one last question for you guys. In your opinion, what do you think makes Downtown Appleton one great place?
For me, is when I see families walking up there, like sometimes for the events that we got, the farmers market, what was the other one? The parade for Christmas parade. That's see the families together,
Yeah.
You can still see that.
Yes.
Because in this time it's hard to see it. For me, is that the charm for people up there sometimes too. Because you got regulars up there. You see, I don't know, it became part of your life. And that's for me, Appleton will bring you.
Yeah.
I would kind of go off of what he just said as far as the involvement that Downtown Appleton has in bringing people here and having the experiences and doing the events and not just kind of blowing it off like, okay, well, we're here. And
right.
I have a business elsewhere and they try to do that. And it's not the same as being downtown Appleton. It's really, truly the center, I think, of the Fox Valley.
That's awesome. Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for coming on the episode today to talk about all the amazing food and drinks and experiences that you can have at Calaveras. We really appreciate it. You can visit them at 511 West College Avenue in downtown Appleton. Check out their website for a peek at their changing menu and upcoming events at calaverasfinefusions.com. And also make sure to follow them on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you guys for tuning in to Talk of the Town. We'll be back with more stories, more voices, and more reasons to love downtown Appleton. Until next time, keep your ears open. You just might be hearing the next Talk of the Town. This episode is brought to you by J. Geiger Consulting, a consulting firm specializing in J.D. Edwards Solutions and proud sponsor of Appleton Downtown Incorporated. Special thanks to local songwriter Amelia Ford for creating original music just for this podcast.